Hello, everyone. It's Jerry at the Fledge. Welcome to episode 181 of Every Damn Day. I'm sitting up in my office as usual, just kind of describing myself. I've got dark hair, I've got brown eyes, I've got a headset on, and I'm wearing my Fledge Foundation shirt that says Bigger Brain, Better World. And that's a shout out or a nod to our diversity in our crowd and how having different points of views on things makes you a lot smarter and a lot stronger. And another strong entrepreneur and another strong group joining today is our good friend Torrell. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing well, Jerry. How about yourself?
I am doing well. What you been up to today?
Well, today's actually my birthday, so I turned 23.
Holy shit.
Yeah, yes, sir. So today we've just been we spent a few hours in the lab, kind of getting some content scheduled for next week, and then we actually just came back from lunch. So it's been a pretty good day so far. And
well, yeah. I think you're the first person. I did this on my birthday, but I don't think I've done it on somebody else's birthday yet. So happy birthday, man.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it was strategic in which slot I signed up for.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't know that this is a good birthday present or not, but
no, that's awesome.
I'm super happy you're here, and thank you again. And happy birthday again.
Thank you. I appreciate that for sure.
Tell us about you.
So my name is Torrell Christian. Most people know me as TC. I'm a 23-year-old entrepreneur, born and raised in Lansing. I went to Patton Gill Middle School, graduated from Lansing Eastern High School. Go Quakers.
Quakers.
In May of 2020, I graduated from Michigan State University with a bachelor's degree in advertising management. Following graduation, I started my first business called Elevation Digital, which was a digital marketing agency focused on graphic design, web design, and paid advertising. From there, I met my now business partner, Dylan Mead. Shout out to Dylan. And he, myself, and my brother have founded New Marketing, is another digital marketing agency with specialization in social media marketing. And so, yeah, that's a little bit of background of how I got here today.
All right. So just another shout out to Dylan. He was the episode on January 1st. He did New Year's Day with me. So tell us, let's go back to you for a little bit. What'd you do when you were a kid? Like, do you play sports or anything?
Oh, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I was always playing sports, whether it be basketball, football. I was very active as a child. I played. I first started playing football when I was about 7. I played for the first time when I was 7 on an organized team in Lansing. And then I didn't play again until middle school. I played basketball 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, and then 10th grade through 12th grade. I also played at Eastern High School. I was the team captain junior year and senior year, as well as football. I played varsity football since my sophomore year of high school. And also was a team captain of that. My junior and senior year, I was the team captain. So yeah, I definitely come from a background of athletics, and it's shaped me into being a good teammate. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, as a captain, also a good leader too, probably, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I'm more of a reserved personality, so I'm kind of introverted. So it wasn't more vocal leadership. It was more so leading by action. But that is a good point. It definitely did shape me, whether I know it or not, into the leader that I am.
Yeah, well, managers bark at you. Leaders do stuff that make you want to follow them. So kudos to you for that.
Thank you.
And, your discipline, I guess maybe, do you think you got a lot of discipline from being an athlete?
It definitely did give me discipline because of, especially as a team captain, the accountability that I had to have definitely shaped me into building good discipline qualities, I'd say. Always having to be in practice, also having to like maintain a good grade point average to stay eligible, all kind of created traits of discipline within me, I would say.
Yeah, because I do have to give you kudos on air too. You've probably been one of my most professional guests in the whole following up with me, posting about it, creating your own graphic that looks better than my graphics. We're gonna have to talk about that maybe.
Oh yeah. If you need services, we got you for sure.
Yeah. So let's dive into that. Or actually, I'd just give a shout out to Cindy because I haven't seen her in a bit. But leading by action is the best way to lead. So
I agree.
That's the way you do it. Tell us about New Era. Where you guys at? What you up to?
Yeah, so we just went public with our business this past Friday, March 12th or March 5th, I believe. After like 2 months of constantly building and framing the business and kind of crafting the vision that we want to build, like we jotted down our 10-year vision that we wanted to see. So let me backtrack for a second. As I mentioned in the lead up, I transitioned from Elevation Digital, which was kind of like a solo entrepreneur venture for myself. And then I was introduced to Dylan through one of our mutual friends. And he also is a Every Damn Day alumni, Brian Morton. And,
oh, yeah.
Yep. He introduced me to Dylan. And that was at around the time when Dylan was transitioning into the digital marketing space as well. So we thought it would be lucrative for us to team up and combine, our knowledge, our expertise, our effort. And that's kind of how New Era Marketing formed. So for the past, and that was like early January. And then from there, we've just been building, creating our services and everything like that. And like I said, Friday we launched and now we're public.
Let me ask you a question about that process. How'd that make you feel? Like you've got one business, now you got to merge in with this other, and yeah.
No, go ahead. I'd say for me, it wasn't too much of a hard transition because I wasn't really, and Dylan actually addressed this when we were forming our partnership, was because a lot of entrepreneurs, they want their name, to be the big title. They have a lot of ego in what they're doing. They just want to they want to say that, oh, I did this all by myself. And like, they want, I guess, the validation that comes with that. But for me personally, I wasn't, exactly glued to Elevation Digital. I wasn't, too attached to it to where it's like, it has to be like our new venture has to be named Elevation Digital or else, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't too attached. I was able to kind of fluidly flow into the next partnership, and it was a pretty smooth transition for me, honestly.
So, actually this shirt I'm wearing right now kind of fits into why I'm asking you this question, because a lot of people, and I love your answer, by the way, I love it. It takes a lot of strength and a lot of courage to make that leap.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think, well, now I got to split all the money with 3 other people, or they think in terms of scarcity. Yeah. But what you guys are going to be able to do makes you such, it's like if the other way of doing it is like, I'm going to be the only good guy on my football team. Yeah. that ain't going to work.
Yeah.
Right.
I definitely agree with you about like the scarcity mindset versus the abundance mindset, because that's something that I truly believe in. And I've, talked with the team plenty about that idea in itself of kind of like you said, like if I transitioned from being like a solopreneur and having my venture only myself, I can only do so much. I only have so much capacity to really build. But like transitioning into a team environment, yes, you have to split, the profits more ways. But if you're focused on the profit and you have that scarcity mindset, like you were saying, then that's when you can run into problems. But for, I have teammates who have the abundance mindset, and they believe that, there's infinite resources out there. Us, splitting profits doesn't mean that there's less for any of us. It's actually more if you think about it, because like I was saying, you have more capacity to impact and bring more value with a team versus trying to go it alone. And one of my favorite quotes is, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And that's kind of been the epitome of like my 2021. It was my main focus was to like network and get out of my immediate environment and seek individuals who I can build something that stands the test of time with. And so far, it's been going amazing.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by that. I love the answer. It's your 23rd birthday.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
what you said? Sorry, I don't want to focus on age because age really doesn't mean a thing in the overall scheme of things, but it does kind of correlate with experience. And for you to be at this level already, wow, pretty good, man.
That means a lot, honestly.
So, tell us some of the services you guys offer.
Okay. So like I said, we're a digital marketing agency, but like where we feel that we provide the most value is through social media marketing, which is where we help business owners tell their stories, and we do that through the content that they post. We also offer email marketing, which is the bloodline of a business. We offer pay-per-click advertising, which is like Google ads, Facebook ads, and that's sometimes referred to as the engine of a business, because when you put your dollars behind paid advertisements, it has more reach than just organic posting. We also offer web design and optimization. So really, we utilize many different channels of digital marketing to really help our clients tell their story and connect with their customers.
So, who's your typical client? Who are you? Like, if you had an archetype of what your client looks like, who's your typical client? So
primarily we focus on businesses in the health and wellness industry. So that's your chiropractors, fitness centers, recreational centers, dentists, people that are focused around the health of personal health and wellness, because we have, like I said, we've plotted out like our 10-year visions, and that's a part of that. So that's why we focused on that industry.
What was it about that segment or that archetype that attracted you to want to go there?
I think the demand that it garners in the market, because if you think about it, like dentists will probably be around for a very long period of time because people like to take care of their teeth. People like to take care of their physique. So there's going to be gyms. And then also, like I said, it's part of our 10-year plan, which is, creating a health and wellness, I guess, center focused on the betterment of people that don't easily have access to, gyms and education and, basic necessities, I guess you could say, and just really providing that type of impact. So we chose that industry so we could prove our process of being able to create sales for those industries. And so once we are ready to focus on our longer term vision, we already have that process proved. And once, we approach investors, they'll be able to see that, okay, we can sell this product.
You are going to try to raise, you want to talk about investment a little bit? Are
Sure.
You comfortable with that?
Yeah.
You guys will be trying to raise money?
So what I was referring to is going to be a separate business.
Okay.
So for that, we would definitely need to take on investors just because it requires more capital for that project. But as far as New Era marketing is concerned, as of now, we're not seeking capital. We're just focused on building the business and kind of getting it off the ground for now. But if down the line that it makes sense to take on capital, then it would be something that we wouldn't be opposed to.
All right. And you'd be in a good position too.
For sure.
So
Yeah.
most people, they need the money next week.
Yeah.
And that's when they start working on their investment strategy,
Yeah, for sure.
The video. I saw you guys working on it. I kind of knew what was going on for a little bit. Tell us about that. Why did you do that video? Tell us about everything, because you went to multiple states.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So the idea behind, it's the brand story film. And our idea behind that was to creatively tell our story and do it in a way that was not really easily reputable. Or repeatable, I should say. And that was kind of what led to us making it a film. Was the fact that it's pretty rare nowadays that you see people go that in depth with their content. And so, yeah, we shot a film. You were kind enough to allow us space at the Fledge to capture a majority of the story. And then, yeah, we went to Tampa, Florida and St. Petersburg, Florida to capture other parts of the film. And yeah, it symbolizes kind of, so it's a story about a struggling business owner who prior to us assisting him was struggling to get sales. He was about to be foreclosed on his business. And so we stepped in and we were able to raise his bottom line and generate revenue. But most importantly, we created relationships with his customers because he was still operating in like the old era, I guess you could say, of marketing. And so when New Era was introduced to him, you could see the impact it had on his business. So that was the idea of the film. And it's something that we'll continue to work on and continue to get better, because New Era marketing can easily transition into, a media company down the line, a productions company. We have vast skill sets on our team. So with that, there's really no limits for really what we can do.
Yeah. So I got a couple things about what you just said, but first of all, Tampa, did you go skateboarding?
I didn't. I'm not a skateboarder myself. I don't have the best balance.
It's a weird question, right? Because here's the reason I'm bringing it up. The Tampa skate park, as you enter it, has a big slogan on the side of its building. And that slogan is "Every Damn Day."
Oh, wow.
And so the name of the show actually comes from that side of that skate park in Tampa. I think it's called Tampa Pro. I'm getting old, so I forgot about it.
Awesome.
But skateboarders, they skate every damn day to get better and better.
Yeah, for sure.
So big theme in the show. And then you were talking about you helped them with relationships, right? Yeah. You don't just go out and say, give me $50. Trust me, I'm going to do something good for you. You form a relationship. Exactly. It's an economy of relationships.
Absolutely.
It always has been, always will be. And I love that that's what you guys are talking about.
Exactly. And that's kind of what, for us, the New Era symbolizes, is creating those relationships. Because as you said, people, if you walk up to them and say, hey, give me $50,000, especially being a marketing company, our services are more high ticket. So just going up to somebody and saying that, just give me your money, that doesn't work. That's the old era of marketing. You could get away with that in like maybe the 90s or 2000s, but times have changed and consumers are valuing the connection that they have with brands over, just seeing a promo and they're ready to, go in their wallet for you. It takes more effort. It takes more trust. And that's really what our strategy is about, is creating trust, creating relationships, and really helping businesses adapt to the changing business landscape.
Do you mind if I add something to that?
Go ahead.
That I'm sure you guys are thinking about, but it just popped in my head, in the tough times. So in the 90s, we got the internet boom starting to come, the bubble's not bursted yet.
Yeah.
And, money was spent more easily. But then 2001, the bubble burst and things start to get really tough. Who do people turn to when things are tough? They turn to their family, their friends, the people they have relationships with.
Yeah.
They turn to the people they can trust.
Exactly.
And I'm loving all your answers, man.
Thank you. That means a lot.
So at the beginning of every show, we talked about this a little bit. I always say new friend, good friend, or great friend. I think after, today, I think we said good friend because I don't know you that well yet, but you and I are going to be great friends. I can tell that already.
Definitely.
What would you say your mission is? Why are you trying to help a dentist?
I think my mission, spans more than just new era marketing. My personal mission as an entrepreneur is to be a light for people that are in darkness. That's really my main mission. I think new era marketing will help me get to that mission. But my larger aspirations are to be a resource and be an inspiration for people who are like myself that grew up in disenfranchised neighborhoods, didn't really have the most opportunity, didn't have really access to all the resources that a lot of people do. So my overall mission is to be a resource for people, to elevate other people's lives, to really help people discover their own light, because that's something that happened to me. So I just want to, assist people in their own journey or in their journeys.
I thought that might be your answer because Quakers ain't rich. if you're rich in this neighborhood, you go to Catholic Central and we make fun of you.
Yeah.
So what do you do every damn day to push that needle forward, that mission forward?
One thing that I do every damn day is practice gratitude. So when I wake up in the morning, I'll write 5 things that I'm thankful for, because I believe that if you can't be grateful for what you have now, then you won't appreciate the things that you want to come to you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like practicing gratitude helps me be grateful for the things I have, because there's been a lot of times that me and my family has had to go without. So being appreciative of the things that I have, which is a lot more than what I used to have, I think instills a great character trait within me and will help me to develop into a much greater person. And because that's my ultimate goal, is to become the best version of myself and also unlock the best version of people. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I love that answer. Gratitude can fix so many problems. When you're stressed, when you're maybe triggered and going through some trauma or something like that, gratitude smooths things out.
Yeah, because I believe a lot of people are too ungrateful, and not to try and tear anybody down, but to be accepting of new things, you have to be grateful for what you already are blessed with. And I think too many people take for granted the basic, privileges that they have. And I don't want to be one of those people. I want to be thankful for, even if you give me a penny, I'll be grateful for it. So I think gratitude is a powerful trait, and it'll help you live a happier life, in my opinion.
Yeah. You're leading me right along, man. You're so professional.
Thank you.
Because we daisy chain these shows together.
Mm-hmm.
You just said happier life, and the guy on the show yesterday, Sean, he's going to I'm passing a question to you right now from him, and his question is, what makes you happy? But I'm going to stop you before you answer it. What does happy even mean to you?
Um, Personally, I think happiness is a feeling, an emotion of joy. I feel like it's um, I don't think it's something that, I mean, maybe material can bring happiness, but happiness to me is a feeling of like blissful joy. That's the best way I can describe it for me.
It is happiness, um and this word happiness is like so many other words like quality and all
Mhm.
these other things that everybody has a different definition
Yeah.
for it. So you can't be wrong in the answer,
Right.
right? But do you see happiness, is it a state that you can be in constantly, or is it a spike,
Mm,
like laughing is,
mm,
you don't have to
right.
be laughing to be happy,
Right.
but do you see happiness as a spike or as a constant?
I think I think maybe both, honestly. I think you can structure your life to where it is a state of being, like happiness is a state of being. Um, but I also feel that depending on how you structure your life, you can deal with times where you're not happy, but also have times where you are happy. So I think it really is up to you. And I think that's the power in like having the free will that we do is we have the ability to create our own lives. So I think you can definitely create a state of being of happiness.
Yeah. I often think about the question, can I be happy while I'm mourning? Can
Mm,
I be happy while I'm vulnerable?
hmm.
And I think sometimes just to be able to be in that position that I do get to mourn,
Hmm.
that I do get to spend the last minute, with my loved one or
Yeah.
whatever, I can still be happy, but that doesn't mean I'm, you know, bouncing
Elated.
around and
Yeah.
balloons and shit.
Yeah, I definitely
So
agree because it's all about what thoughts you give your energy to. Because for that example that you just led, um, if I'm dealing with, the loss of a loved one, I can focus on the thoughts of sadness, or I can focus on the memories that we had together, and that could bring me happiness. So I think it's you bring up a powerful point of finding happiness in the like finding light in the darkness, really.
yeah, I really like that you said that as one of the things that motivates you in your mission there.
Mm,
So now we have a problem. I think this might be the first time we've had a problem in the show. I don't have a guest yet tomorrow. So I
mm,
can't say, hey, tomorrow we're going to have whatever. So, first thing is, anyone out there that hasn't been on the show yet,
mhm.
sign up for tomorrow. I really need you. I'll give you some Fledge coin extra. I'll give you Fledge coin. We should
Yep.
talk about that afterwards. Um, but it doesn't matter who's the guest because we're just talking to people. We're just
Mhm.
talking to that might be an innovator, an artist, an entrepreneur. It could be a homeless person. We don't know. What question would you want to ask somebody um, that is an entrepreneur or is creative or is just going through a journey of life like all of us are?
Um, a good question I think would be to ask them uh, about a time they had to overcome a hurdle or a time of difficulty, because as we spoke about before we went on air, a lot of people shine light on entrepreneurship as it's a get rich quick, or they highlight all the positive qualities, or I say they would over highlight those and not shine light on the difficulty and the hardship that you face as being an entrepreneur. And so I think it to get that answer from another entrepreneur uh, would be great insight, especially for myself as someone who's just starting off as an entrepreneur. I'm only 23 years old, so to understand how they dealt with hardship, I think I could gain a lot of knowledge and wisdom from that.
Yeah. And I like the way you're thinking about being an entrepreneur because you're not your own boss. All your employees are your boss, all your customers are your boss, even your suppliers become your boss because you're always doing another task for them. They kind of control your life. What do you love about entrepreneurialism? Because it's none of those things right now. You are not on a yacht in the middle of the Caribbean.
Yet. But the thing I've most enjoyed is the development, honestly, because I feel like as an entrepreneur that you have to constantly be developing. You have to constantly be enhancing your skill set. You have to be constantly enhancing your knowledge base. You have to just constantly be developing and growing. So the growth that's come with being an entrepreneur is something I feel like I probably wouldn't get anywhere else. And I feel like it's definitely helped shape some of my best qualities. And so, yeah, I enjoy the growth and the development of entrepreneurship.
I love that answer.
Thank you.
I want to say something about you, if you don't mind. And I'm going to actually talk about Lansing Eastern and the Lansing School District. When did you graduate?
2016.
2016. Everybody thought the school district's been, crap, for lack of a better word, for a long time, and that, everything's falling apart and everything's going down. But man, you are a proud example of Quakers still graduating today, still doing big things. And big shout out to Lansing Eastern. Probably my friend Marcel was your Carruthers was your principal there. I went to school with him. I played football with him back in the day. And shout out to Lansing School District, because man, you're pretty impressive.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And that's like one of my long-term goals, is to really be able to impact the city on a greater scale, because this is my home. This is like what's made me who I am. So to be able to be a resource for kids growing up on the same streets that I did is a dream of mine. So I definitely plan to make that come true one day.
This, I don't know if you can read it. It says, Lansing raised me.
Yep.
It's one of my favorite phrases. I got one of these for you.
Awesome.
If you want it.
I definitely will take that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So what did we forget to talk about?
I definitely have a strong passion for finance and investing. I believe that financial literacy is very powerful, and I think it's something that's not made readily available for people who don't have the opportunity of going to, a top business school. So to be able to bring that education to, for lack of better term, common people. They're not common, but just being able to enhance people's know-how around finances and boost their education, I think would do numbers in being able to develop the Lansing area.
Yeah. I when you said common people and you said they're not common, I thank you for saying that. It made me think of everyday people, and then made me think I should do another show or just grab people randomly off the street, people I see every day, and say,
that'd be great
hey,
content.
Come tell us this story.
Yeah.
What's your website? I need to get that out there.
Yeah, for sure. So you can find New Era Marketing at www.gearup4. That's the number 4. So gearup4newera.com. And there you can find, we have a blog, we have our services, we have our About Us, and you can contact us, as well as on the homepage, you can subscribe to our email list.
I do that right?
Gear Up for New Era. Yep.
Okay, sweet.
All good. Yeah, so like I said, you can subscribe to our email list, and that's a once a week email blast that we'll start sending out next week, just about marketing tips and how you can better enhance your digital marketing, because that's really our goal, is to just provide value. We're not a transactional organization by any means. Like, we do transactions for sure, but it's more important for us to know that we've added value to other individuals.
Yeah, I love it.
Thank you.
What you want to take us out with?
I'd say that embrace change, embrace growth, because I believe that if you're not growing, then you're dying. So I inspire like everybody that's around me to just continue to develop. There's really no end destination. Like, life is about growth and development. So just continue to work on yourself, continue to get better, continue to put in the work every damn day.
Yeah. So sharpen that saw. I bet you say be grateful too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Be grateful for the things that you have, because there's always people that would love what you have.
Yeah. All right. So there's another great episode of Every Damn Day. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
I appreciate the opportunity, Jerry. It means a lot.
Anyone out there, I don't want you typing in that, but you can find the link to my calendar for Every Damn Day. I do need to fill tomorrow. So if you can get in there and fill that spot, I would really appreciate that. Maybe I need to hire a marketing company to get me guests.
I think I might know one for you.
All right. We'll talk about that offline then.
For sure.
All right. Love y'all. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Every Damn Day, and we will see you later. And we will be here tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
I'll interview this bottle of water just to keep my streak going.
Sure.
But great job, Torrell.
Thank you.
Really nice getting to know you more.
Absolutely.
All right, man.